Tell us about the war. When did you join the forces?
In 1942, when I was 18, I went to a place called Formby, near Southport. The regiment was called the Kings Regiment. And I went with my friend. We were kids together, we joined up together. And then we did 16 weeks training there. Then we moved to a place called Westerham in Kent, near Biggin Hill, which was supposed to be guarding the aerodrome. With rifles, with nothing else, so anybody come, we couldn't have done anything because we had no ammunition. And then one day when we were in Westerham, they came round for volunteers for a regiment called the Duke of Wellington's. You, and you. That was the volunteers. And we joined them in late 1942. And from 42 to 44, we trained, practicing for D Day. Then one night, which happened to be the 5th of June, which we didn't know because you didn't know what day it was, because you know papers or nothing, we were told to move. Of course, move at this time of night, where are we going? To the sergeant. I said, I don't know, we just moved. So we got on the train all through the night, we were sleeping, and we were issued with ammunition. I thought, that's funny. And when we got there next morning, walked around, it was New Haven. Didn't dream it was D-Day. And we thought we were just on exercise. We got on these boats, you see, and went out to sea, and thought, this is funny. Then we realised what's all happening, because the shells were coming our way. We were all fired that way, never towards us, you see. Now, what's going on? Then we realised it was June the 6th, it was D-Day. And half of the battalion landed on D-Day, but I landed on D1 next morning as reserve, you see. And because half of the battalion was killed, and we were reserves. And our first objective was a place called Fontenay in France. I think that's I can't pronounce a French word. And we lost most of the men there again. Now we kept moving and moving on and on and on. And because we were losing more than we were getting. Especially the officers. Because the officers had ties, collars and ties on, and we hadn't. Then all of a sudden we got issue with collars and ties. Because then they didn't know who was who. Well, we knew because we knew them, but the officers all wore brown boots, and we had black boots, they had brown boots. So we all had collars and ties. Then they didn't know who was who, you see, so...
Did you still keep the black boots, though?
Oh, we did. The privates and NCOs had black boots, but the officers had brown boots. And then we carried on through places like Le Havre and Turnhout in Belgium and that many, and then we should have got to Arnhem with a paratroop, so it was so wet and muddy we couldn't move. This is why Arnhem was a failure, because we couldn't get there in time. But when we got there, we went over the Remagen Bridge, and we were there about 3 months guarding the bridge, which was very easy because with no casualties either, you see. Only when we went out, this was the trouble.